Welcome everyone to Earth Changes News for November 5th, 2011. This is the first video that I'm putting up on my new channel, and I hope everyone enjoys it. I just thought it would be much easier for the people that enjoy the Earth Changes News to find the videos they want much easier. So hopefully this will be just as popular as my Seek a Truth 2012 channel. Anyway guys, let's get into it. I have a whole bunch of stories I want to get to. The first story is a very important story because it deals with magnetic pole reversal. So let's click this thing on and see what the story has for us. It pretty much tells us that magnetic pole reversals happen all the geological time. It says scientists understand that Earth's magnetic field has flipped its polarity many times over the millennia. In other words, if you were alive around 800,000 years ago and facing what you call north with a magnetic compass in your hand, the needle would point to the south. This is because the magnetic compass is calibrated based on Earth's poles. The north and south markings of the compass would be 180 degrees wrong if the polarity of today's magnetic field were reversed. Many doomsday theorists have tried to take this natural geological occurrence and suggest it could lead to Earth's destruction. But would there be any dramatic effects? The answer from the geological and fossil records we have from hundreds of past magnetic polarity reversals seems to be no. I just do want to say something, guys. Although there may not be, according to them, any major geological catastrophes, we do have to remember how many people rely on GPS. So obviously all GPS navigation would be thrown off dramatically, needless to say. So with that said, let me go on. It says reversals are the rule, not the exception. Earth has settled in the last 20 million years into the pattern of a pole reversal about every 200,000 to 300,000 years, although it has been more than twice that long since the last reversal. A reversal happens over hundreds or thousands of years, and it is not exactly a clean backflip. Magnetic fields morph and push and pull at one another, with multiple poles emerging at odd latitudes throughout the process. Scientists estimate reversals happen at least hundreds of times over the past 3 billion years. And while reversals happen more frequently in recent years, while dinosaurs walked the Earth, a reversal was more likely to happen only about every 1 million years. And then they talk about the sediment cores taken from the ocean floors. They say scientists can tell scientists about magnetic polarity shifts, providing a direct link between magnetic field activity and the fossil record. The Earth's magnetic core determines magnetism of lava as it is laid down on the ocean floor on either side of the mid-Atlantic, where the North American and the European continent plates are spreading apart. The last time the Earth's magnetic poles flipped in a major reversal was about 780,000 years ago in what scientists call the Brunhes-Matayama reversal. The fossil record shows no dramatic changes in plant or animal life. Deep ocean sediment cores from this period also indicate no changes in glacial activity based on the amount of oxygen isotopes in the cores. This is also proof that polarity reversal would not affect the rotation axis of the Earth, as the planet's rotation axis tilt has a significant effect on climate and glaciation, and any change would be evident in the glacial record. So according to this article, guys, if there was a magnetic reversal, nothing major physiologically would actually happen as far as disasters. According to Gordon Michael Scallion, though, he says we could be facing a physical reversal, a physical shift. So let me get to the next story, guys, because that was a pretty long story, but I felt it important enough to report on. Here's another story about an Indonesian volcano is erupting, and thousands of people are fleeing right now. It says Mount Gamalama has erupted and spewed lava and ash on a town of eastern Indonesia, prompting thousands of residents to flee. There were no immediate reports of casualties after the 1,715-meter volcano, which forms the entire island of Ternate, first erupted late on Sunday. Ternate city residents grabbed warm clothing before fleeing their houses, with many taking refuge at the local governor's house. And they say, we advised residents to use masks and other local authority to close the airport until everything is normalized, the head of Indonesia's Center of Volcanology and Geological Disaster Mitigation said. And then it says, Transport Ministry spokesman Bambang Irvan says the eruption has forced the local airport at the foot of the volcano to close. So those people have relatives in Indonesia around that area, should expect them to, I guess if they're expecting them in an airport, there's going to be delays there. And it says it's shot a lot of ash and particles, dust particles, 2,000 meters into the sky. There were no reports of casualties or injuries, but people did panic for a while, screaming as they ran out of their homes. So that's the story over there in Indonesia and the volcano. Okay. Oh, this was a story I heard about the other day. There was some severe winds in California. I'm not sure if people realize, but there was something like nearly 100-mile-per-hour winds over there, or higher. Really, really strange. Very, very unusual for that area. I mean, they do have Santa Ana winds, but you'll see when I read the story. It says, Southern California braces for more extreme windstorm. It says tens of thousands of Southern California residents remained without power on Sunday as officials warned that the dangerous high winds would return to the region in the evening. Power company Southern California Edison still had 49,874 customers without power as of Sunday morning due to the near hurricane-force winds of recent days, according to spokesperson Masi Jansen. Wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour through area mountain passes and canyons were expected to begin again late Sunday and last through early Tuesday. The winds will create critical conditions that will pose an extreme fire danger to the area. Unusually powerful winds first began striking Los Angeles region on Wednesday in a storm that raised concern about potential wildfires igniting and spreading with lightning speed. Wind gusts of up to 45 miles per hour were reported close to the metropolis over the weekend, and it says in the city of Los Angeles, power had been restored to nearly all customers who suffered outages in the windstorms, according to Los Angeles Department of Water and Power. So according to this, they had wind gusts of up to 70 miles an hour. It wasn't as high as I thought, but I heard something up to 100 miles per hour. But up to 70 mile per hour winds, that's hurricane force winds, guys. So, and let me just do one more story, guys. I don't want to make this too long. See if I can find anything. Here we go. I guess we'll do this one. Talking about earthquakes and caused by fluid displacement. This is a theory that Gordon Michael Scallion also says, that the mantle of the Earth, is causing these quakes, that it's actually going to be moving at a different rate than the outer core, than the outer crust. So let me see what this article has to do with. This was on December 4th. It says, new research indicates earthquakes caused by fluid displacement. Geophysicists from Potsdam have established a mode of action that can explain the irregular distribution of strong earthquakes on the San Andreas Fault in California, as the science magazine Nature reports. And in the latest issue, scientists examine patterns of seismic activity and electrical conductivity indicating fluid displacement from rock. Water acts as a lubricant between tectonic plates. Los Angeles moves towards San Francisco at a pace of about 6 centimeters per year, but the Pacific plate with Los Angeles is moving northward, parallel to the North American plate, which hosts San Francisco. But this is only the average value. In some areas, movement along the fault is almost continuous, while other segments are locked, until they shift abruptly several meters against each other, releasing energy in strong earthquakes. After the San Francisco quake of 1906, the plates have moved by 6 meters. So I guess they're trying to contribute how the fluid displacement. This isn't exactly what Gordon Michael Scallion was talking about on second thought. What he talks about is pretty much the magma, the inner core, I should say, of the Earth moving at a different rate than the outer core. So that's going to be it for today, guys. And hopefully you guys like this channel. And the only thing that's going to be on this channel is Earth Changes News. So stay tuned, and I'll give you the latest updates. I'll try to make this on a regular basis, at least once a week, guys. That's why I made this channel. Take it easy, guys, and stay safe. This has been Earth Changes News for November 5th, 2011.